T.I. just walked away from a settlement in the middle of a lawsuit, in the middle of a rap beef, and 50 Cent is allegedly watching every single move with a camera crew. Hey, as always, allegedly, reportedly, and for entertainment purposes only. Okay, let's get into it. So T.I. is out here fighting on two fronts right now, and I don't know if that's confidence or just crazy, but either way, we are locked in and taking notes. Here's what reportedly is going down. Back in February 2026, right in the thick of this 50 Cent beef, T.I. walked away from settlement negotiations with Sabrina Peterson. Just got up from the table. Now, if you don't know who Sabrina Peterson is, let me catch you up real quick because this backstory matters. Peterson filed a defamation lawsuit against T.I. back in 2021. She alleged that Tip orchestrated a whole campaign to discredit her after she made public accusations about his conduct and personal life. We're talking about lost business opportunities, emotional distress, court documents, the whole 9 yards. T.I. fired back with a counterclaim saying Peterson made false accusations about him and Tiny, and that she started the public dispute through her own social media activity. So both sides lawyered up. Both sides showed up to a 3-hour mediation session with a settlement officer, 3 hours, and still walked out with nothing. But this is the messy part, because fans are not just talking about T.I. and Sabrina anymore. They have added 50 Cent to the mix. So the internet believes everything is a conspiracy, has decided that 50 Cent is somehow behind this settlement falling apart. The theory is that 50 is allegedly pulling strings behind the scenes, that he's keeping T.I. distracted, legally exposed, and documented all for content for his rumored Surviving T.I. and Tiny documentary. And I have to be honest with y'all, I understand why people think that. 50 has the main character energy of a man who plans 3 moves ahead. He did it with the Diddy Project. He knew exactly what he was doing when he named that documentary what he named it. So the idea that he would strategically let a lawsuit cook while filming T.I.'s downfall, is it far-fetched? Not really. And this is a big but. Here's what the actual reporting says. It was T.I. who walked away from negotiations, not 50, not some outside interference. Tip made that call. Now, why would T.I. walk away from a settlement right now of all times when he's already in a public war with 50 Cent? That is the real question nobody is fully answering. Was the offer bad? Did talks break down on principle? Did Tip feel like settling looked weak? Because knowing T.I.'s energy, that man does not do anything that looks like backing down from anyone, rappers or courtrooms. That is consistent Tip behavior. That tracks. Okay, but let's zoom out because there is a bigger picture here that we need to be talking about. This beef reportedly started because 50 agreed to face T.I. in a Verzuz battle and then pulled out at the last minute, late 2025. Just canceled on Tip in front of the culture, and then started posting mocking content about T.I.'s career, his personal life, and Tiny. Now we're here, a federal lawsuit with a pre-trial conference being scheduled within the next 2 weeks. Family, do you understand how many fires T.I. is managing at the same time right now? A rap feud, a defamation lawsuit heading toward trial, his sons in the streets of the internet battling on his behalf, and 50 is allegedly out here with a camera crew. If this is going into a documentary, and I want to be clear, that has not been confirmed, but if it does. 50 didn't have to do anything to make this look bad. Tip is giving him footage in real time. Here's my honest take, and y'all can fight me in the comments. I don't think 50 Cent is puppeteering Sabrina Peterson's lawsuit. I really don't, because he doesn't need to. T.I. is already in enough situations on his own. 50 doesn't need to manufacture drama. The drama is already fully manufactured and cooking. Now, will he use it to his advantage? Of course. What I do think is that 50 is the type to sit back, screenshot everything, and let the story write itself. He is not a chaos agent. He is a chaos editor. There is a difference. Now, the question everybody should actually be asking is, why did these settlement talks really fall apart? 3 hours of mediation is not a casual conversation. Both sides showed up. Both sides had lawyers. Both sides sat in a room with a settlement officer for 3 hours. And they still couldn't land? That means somebody wanted something the other side wasn't willing to give. And whatever that something was, it was important enough to Tip to walk away from a resolution and head toward a full trial. That is a choice with consequences, because now a federal judge is setting a pre-trial conference. This thing is moving toward a courtroom. And whatever comes out in that courtroom is going to be public record, which means 50 doesn't need a source. He just needs a trial date. T.I. just dropped a new video for Let 'Em Know, directed by Hype Williams. Hype Williams. Family, that is not a man who is sitting in a corner crying about his problems. That is a man who is actively in his bag, making moves, releasing music, and letting the work speak. And honestly, that's the move. Because at the end of the day, the music is what lasts. The beef fades, the lawsuits settle or go to trial and eventually end. The documentaries come out and then something else takes over the news cycle. But the music, the legacy, that stays. So wherever this goes, the Sabrina Peterson case, the 50 beef, the alleged documentary, T.I. is out here with Hype Williams on a video set. And that is not nothing. We are going to keep watching this whole situation very closely. Drop your thoughts below. Do you think 50 is actually involved in derailing that settlement, or is T.I. just T.I.? I genuinely want to know what y'all think. Subscribe to Celebrity Scandalust if you are new here. We bring you the tea, the timeline, and the receipts. Every time it's allegedly, it's always allegedly. See you next time.